Do you use these things? If you're a CrossFit maniac, chances are you do. But in this video, we're going to do 5 exercises specific to combat sports or self-defense, mostly to improve your effectiveness in the clinch, which we do a lot of on this channel. These moves are going to be beginner friendly, no muscle ups or iron cross or anything like that, because this isn't a CrossFit channel, and also because I can't do those moves. What's up, guys? I'm Mike, and this is Hard to Hurt, a channel dedicated to fitness and self-defense, where we bring those two concepts together to make you hard to hurt. In this video, we're going to be using a set of Titan Fitness rings, which I'll put a link to them in the description below. We like them a lot, but they're not necessary. You can do this with rope tied to a tree or whatever. First move we're going to do, we aren't doing a row, which those are good too. We're going to do like a preacher curl type variation, where we're going to hold our hands right in place, right where they're at, and we're going to preacher curl up to our forehead. I'm going to try to keep my elbows right where they're at. Common mistake here is letting the wrists bend. But if we're trying to mimic a clinch, I want to keep my wrists engaged, almost curling my wrist, almost like a false grip. Make sure you don't let this happen. We want to be like, because we're like trying to pull on a motherfucker, you know what I mean? With these types of movements, generally the more I stand upright, the easier the movement will be. The lower you are, fuck, that's hard. I was trying to do too much for the camera. Second move we're gonna do is like a skull crusher using these things. And this, if you watched our video on how to improve your clinch, these are the muscles that you use when you want to push someone away. We're gonna use a little bit of triceps, and also you're really gonna feel this in your core. I'm gonna put these two rings out in space, and I'm pretty much gonna hold them in that position. And I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna hold the rings right where they're at. Just like this. Now, this is definitely gonna get your triceps, which is okay. But where this is really lighting me up is my upper abs. Real important detail is that I don't do this, because it takes everything out of the exercise. Next, we're gonna do a couple of row variations. 2 specific ones we're gonna do for the standing clinch. We're gonna adopt kind of a false grip, or if you don't know what this is or how to do this, look it up or just do a regular grip. But we're gonna basically row / curl this to our chin and give a little isometric hold. That isometric hold at the top is going to be really important. If you don't have access to rings or TRX or whatever, this is something you can do with a belt or rope. You can do it while you're on the road if you're in hotels and stuff like that. You can do that curl move, no problem, using something else. You can do that skull crusher move, no problem. The next one's another row variation using a single ring. I'm going to adopt sort of a mock-up of a false grip, turn it into a tie plum, and do that same row, only now really focusing on that wrist curl component and that isometric squeeze at the top. This simulates pulling a person down, holding onto them while bracing the core, while keeping my head down. Practice good mechanics. Really visualize your clinch. Visualize holding on to this motherfucker and not letting him go. Last move we're going to talk about with the rings is the push-up. And that might seem a little mundane. That might not seem thematic with the rest of it. But the push-up is important in the clinch because it represents you using all of your body together. We're using chest, shoulders, arms, triceps, biceps, back, core. We're flexing our core just like in the skull crusher. And your core strength is what keeps people from being able to push you around. And this applies in all self-defense and combat sport applications. Any kind of grappling, any kind of exchange, either on the ground or the feet. If you're just flat out stronger, the guy's going to have a harder time moving you. And this is a great modification maybe if you can't do push-ups, which if you're an adult male and you can't do 25 push-ups, you're a push. So that's 5 beginner-friendly exercises using the rings. Again, you can also use a TRX, rope, belt, towel, whatever. If you want more fitness tips, self-defense techniques, gear reviews, as well as concepts and principles that make you hard to hurt, make sure you click this subscribe button right here. Also, I'll put some videos over there. And in the comments below, let me know, are there any combat sport or self-defense movements that you would like, specific strength and conditioning exercises for?